So today we're doing the Munros, Càrn Dearg, Càrn Sgulain, and don't know the name of the last one, but I'll get it for the video. It should take us roughly 9 hours. I forgot most of my kit as well. I've left my sunscreen at home, and it's meant to be a scorcher today. I've left my socks, my spare socks, waterproof socks, spare clothes, a hiking t-shirt, so it's not gone well, but hopefully the day gets a bit better. Yeah, so the sky just now is just blue. There's literally no clouds in the sky right now. Look. So I've got some face cream that's like a factor 50, so I just use that on my legs, my arms, everything, so hopefully that'll do enough so it doesn't burn me. These 3 Munros are meant to take you roughly 8 to 10 hours, but as you can see later in the video, that's not how long it took us. And it's a total distance of 25 kilometres. Just to give you a warning, these Munros are rated a 3 out of 5 on the bog factor scale on the Walk Highlands website, and that is definitely wrong. This is probably a 5 at 4 minimum. It's extremely boggy. You can see the first Munro quite early on, A'Chailleach, which is just to your right of your screen at the top now. But the first 2 Munros are very close to each other, with the third one being a lot farther away. Yeah, we're just going up towards the first Munro just now, and yeah, my feet are really boggy. I don't have my waterproof socks, so all the water is seeping in. I've got a whole another boot. I definitely need to upgrade and go for some better boots. Yeah, we'll see how much my feet can hold out being wet. I might have to get to a point where I can wring them out. But yeah, it's so annoying how I forgot my socks. Otherwise it wouldn't be in this problem. But yeah, this one is really boggy. Even though how dry it's been, I just wringed out my socks and there's so much water in them. So next time I wring them out, I might video it and you can see how much water got stuck in them. You don't get better weather than this when doing Munros. There was barely any clouds in the sky, it's extremely sunny all day, and it was 21 degrees at its peak. And just in the video coming up, you'll be able to see me wringing out my socks. Right. I wonder if my sock will be as wet as the last time. Look at that. My feet are soaked. Right. Here goes. Yuck. It's all dirty water as well. So, sorry if this goes on any. Huh? So I had to do that roughly 5 or 6 times while walking around this Munro. It is genuinely minging when you put your sock back on, but after it's on it definitely feels so much drier than it was. So it's definitely worth it. And now in front of you, you can see the first Munro, and it's called A'Chailleach. Right, we're now starting the sharp ascent to the first Munro. So we should only be maybe 20 minutes off the top now. My foot's still got a lot more water in it again. I'm definitely going to buy some new boots when I get home, or just remember my clothes. That'd probably be an easier option. But yeah, shouldn't be far off the top. And you've probably noticed that I'm carrying 2 bags, and that's because the gentleman inside me decided to take my girlfriend's bag for her because she was struggling. So I'm now just coming to the top of the first Munro, and it's taken us about bang on 3 hours, so it's a bit longer than I thought it would be. Maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes, but a bit longer, but that's the hard part done. Now we'll just be walking along all the tops, and then we'll have to have the walk down. The views at the top of the first one were pretty flat, but the last Munro is where you get the best views because it is a very sharp peak. So the Munro I'm pointing to just now is the second Munro, which is Càrn Sgulain, and then you walk all along that ridge, all the way round, until you get to the third Munro, which is Càrn Dearg. And I'll have to add as well that we are doing the route in reverse because the boggy bit is meant to be the bit that you start on, but we're doing it in reverse, but both sides are extremely boggy, so like I said, there should be a 4 or a 5 on the bog scale. Normally if you do the route clockwise you have the long slog in with the bog, but we wanted to leave the bog till the end because I didn't have most of my socks, which was a good idea, but then that did mean we had that long slog back to the car park when we were feeling really tired. So if you are prepared for the bog, then I would recommend just doing the traditional route. As you can see on the map, we are now in the gap between the first 2 Munros. There isn't a proper path between all 3 of these Munros, so prepare to get boggy just even walking between 2 of the Munros. I'm having to cross more of this rubbish. It is a bit, there's not a path between these 2 Munros, so it is a bit rubbish terrain. I definitely recommend doing this one in with good weather, and just wait till it's been a week where it's dried up a bit, because going through all this when it's like a wet, it'd be even worse. So at the top of the second Munro there is a small cairn, well almost at the top, small cairn there, but make sure you go to the end because the end is actually the high point, so just make sure you come all the way over here. You might miss it if you're in the mist, but it's fine here. According to my math, I think this one's the top. Yeah, well, I think so. But it's always when you get to the other one looks taller, but then when you're at that one, this one looks taller. Yeah. Yeah, and when we got to the other cairn, the other one looked taller, so just do both. But according to our map, it is the further away one. But as you can see, that's me pointing out the first Munro. And here is the destroyed boot that you saw in the thumbnail, kept together by these laces. Right, so I think to get to the third Munro, you just have to follow these gate posts all the way around. And yeah, we have done the reverse route than you normally do, but I think that's the better way to do it, so the bog that you get is at the very end. Even if it was boggy coming up, I think the worst bog will be at the end. You can see in the map that we are just starting to make our way around to the third Munro.
Closer.
Oh. I feel, hope I'm not terrorised him. So after I scared the frog to death, we just continued walking along all the tops to get to the third Munro. So we are just making our way through the second and third Munros. So yeah, you just have to follow the old fence that used to be here. You just have to follow that. And then you just go from top to top all the way around till you get to the last Munro, which is right there. So yeah, we're still just walking along, we're getting closer. At least my feet are dry. I wrung them out again, wrung the socks out at the top of the other Munro. It's just brown liquid just coming out. It's absolutely disgusting, but at least my feet feel a bit better. But you can see we are getting much closer to that final Munro. So we're getting much closer to the third Munro. You can see it in the background there. So So yeah, well, I bet it'll look nicer when I'm closer. It'll pass. Right, so I think we've taken our last stop before the big one, but it's beautiful views here. So we're now at the Munro top Càrn Ban, but that's not Munro, the Munro is still over there. The views out here are gorgeous. So now making the final ascent of the last Munro, and I can guarantee that the views up this one are going to be far better than the other ones. It's just the last ascent. But look at the views, unreal. So we're almost at the top. I think that's the way back down there, and it looks very boggy. Yeah, just got catfished a little bit. That's the top over there. But just because of how pointy and sharp the peak is, you can tell the views up here are going to be amazing. Just even look at this side alone. Look, fucking stunning. The cairn's right there. Ah, we're so close. Yes! Look at those views. Okay. So it's taken us 7 hours and 15 minutes to get around all the Munros. So now we're at the top, the third one, and then we're going to start making our way back down. So it did end up taking us 11 hours to finish the whole walk, because we did stop loads of times on the way down. But I'll leave you with this quick clip of a baby deer, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.